Hi everyone, this is Jesin from EdulogiX, where we tell you all the information you need to start your career abroad. If you are an international nurse who has recently got her registration with Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency or APRA, then this video is definitely for you. In this video, I am talking about the next step after you get your nursing license, which is ANMAC assessment. In this video, I'll be telling you all the steps that you need to take to complete your ANMAC skill assessment successfully. First of all, let's understand who is ANMAC. So ANMAC, the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Accreditation Council, is an authority that basically assesses overseas skilled nurses for migration purposes. They also have other functions like accreditation of nursing and midwifery programs and managing the various stakeholders in the nursing community in Australia. Getting a positive skill assessment from ANMAC is a crucial step after you have got your APRA nursing license. Completing the ANMAC skill assessment is an important step towards your migration to Australia. Let's first understand the different types of ANMAC assessment. Number one is called full skill assessment. It is required for nurses who have graduated and registered with either of the following countries, such as USA, Canada, Hong Kong, UK or Ireland. To apply for a modified skill assessment, you need to be currently registered either with Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency, which is APRA, or the Nursing Council of New Zealand. In most of the cases of internationally qualified nurses and midwives, they will be applying for this assessment, which is called the modified skills assessment. Number three is called modified plus skill assessment. If you are someone who has got a notice of in principle registration with APRA subject to identity verification, which means that you may have to come to Australia to get your identity verified and then only your registration will be finalized, but you have got an in principle registration, then you have to apply for this skill assessment. Number four is called direct care skill assessment. This is a new category added for those who are looking for employment in Australia as a aged care support workers or direct care workers. Let's look at the eligibility to apply to ANMAC. In terms of your qualification, you must have completed a degree program in your home country to apply to ANMAC, and you should have a valid nursing license in your home country. In terms of your work experience, if you want ANMAC to report regarding your work experience that you have gained in your home country or other countries, then in that case you need the work experience. But there are some codes for ANMAC which do not require you to have any work experience. In terms of your English language skill requirement, if you're applying for a full skill assessment, then you need to pass one of the English language tests which is approved by APRA. I'll leave the link in the description box below. But if you're applying for the modified skill assessment or the modified plus skill assessment, English language scores are not mandatory. Now let's look at the cost that is involved or the fees charged by ANMAC to complete your assessment. Again, it varies depending upon the type of skill assessment that you're getting it done. For a full skill assessment, you'll need to pay 595 Australian dollars. And for the modified skill assessment or for the modified plus skill assessment, you'll have to pay 395 Australian dollars. Please make sure to check the ANMAC website to cross-check all the information related to fees. It may change periodically and hence it's best to check the website. Now let's talk about the various documents that are required for your ANMAC application. But before that, an important thing that you must understand is ANSCO code. What is ANSCO code? So the first step to the ANMAC assessment is identifying a suitable ANSCO code which matches with your work experience. So ANSCO is the Australian and New Zealand standard for classification of occupation code, which is allocated for each of the different occupations in Australia. It basically provides all the information related to the qualification required, the experience required, and any other specific requirement which is pertaining to that particular occupation. So generally, all the relevant ANSCO code for registered nurses, you will see that they all start with 2544. And now you can see the various list of the different ANSCO code which are applicable for registered nurses. You can read about each of this ANSCO code on the ABS website, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. So depending upon your work experience, you can choose the suitable ANSCO code for your application. For example, if you're an emergency and critical care nurse, then your ANSCO code will be 254415. Let's say you are a fresher and you do not have any work experience, then choose the NEC code. So a very common question asked by people is, what kind of the work experience does ANMAC accept? So ANMAC can assess any of your work experience irrespective of your field. For example, you might be a community health nurse or a mental health nurse or a disability health nurse, or you might be a nurse researcher. It doesn't matter which specialty of nursing you're working, your nursing experience can be assessed by ANMAC. So the important documents that are required for ANMAC assessment are your proof of identity documents. If you have ever changed your name, then change of name documents, your qualification transcripts, as well as your nursing license from your home country. In most of the cases, it will be required for your nursing council to directly send it to ANMAC. As I said before, if you want ANMAC to report on your work experience, and in that case, your work experience letter or professional reference is required to be submitted. If you're someone applying for the full skill assessment, then don't forget about your English language test results. That also is mandatory. Also, it is required that you submit an updated CV or curriculum vitae. And if you do not know how to make a nice CV for your job applications, please watch my video that I have done, a very good, a detailed video for this, and I'll link in the description box below. You also need to submit a passport size photo which matches the ANMAC standards. And if you're using a migration agent for your application, then you also need to submit a declaration for the same. Once the verification of all your documents are completed by ANMAC, ANMAC will send you an outcome letter or a letter of determination. This letter is valid for 2 years and the date cannot be extended, so make sure you put your visa application within this period. As of now, ANMAC is taking approximately 4 to 8 weeks to complete the assessment, so make sure that you put all the application and your documents timely. Again, a very common question asked by people is that once I open my ANMAC account, how long do I have to submit my documents? Your ANMAC application is open until 12 months, so you have enough time to submit your documentation. But as I said before, earlier the better. Submit everything timely to get your assessment outcome super fast. So completing your ANMAC skill assessment is an important step. Don't forget about it and make sure you do everything timely. If you're struggling with your ANMAC skill assessment or you're confused about the different visa options available for you as a registered nurse, please make sure to reach out to us and we can connect you with our good migration agents who can help you with your application in a professional manner. I hope this video was useful for you and you got some information about your next steps to complete your migration process to Australia. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your other friends as well. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy.